Hey guys, it is the Designs by Reese and I am back with another video. I have not been doing videos consistently, and that is something that I have made sure to want myself as one of my goals for the new year to do, is to do these videos. Why? Because I really want to be a good inspiration to people. I like to be a good role model to young women, and I have told myself that I'm going to make an empowerment series no matter how hard it's going to be for me to do with my schedule and all the different things that I want to do in life. So I actually wanted to start this video off by talking about the number one thing that I feel is very important to being successful in whatever it may be that you want. And the first thing is you have to have goals, and also you have to understand failure. So the main thing that this video is going to be talking about isn't about failure. Actually, we're going to talk about goals the next time I do a video. Failure is very important when it comes to growth, because how will you know that you are on the right track if you don't make mistakes? Everybody is not perfect. Everybody does not have everything together. No matter how hard people are pretending that it is, or you may think or make assumptions, it's not true. And the main thing to know is that everybody has experienced some type of failure, no matter if it's a personal thing. If I might think that I did something wrong and now I'm a failure, compared to if I look at somebody and I look at them and they do something and I consider them a failure. Either way, we all experience it in different ways, and I feel that it's something that we need to actually embrace, we need to learn from, and we need to figure out what to do after failure. And the reason why I wanted to talk about failure is because I'm trying to do some reflecting on myself, on how to be a better woman, how to be a better role model, and how I've grown to be a successful young businesswoman as well. And the main thing that I want to start off with is telling you that you have to read this book. I know that's totally off track, but this book is so helpful to life. I feel that I'm actually going to start doing some videos about it and what I feel about it, because it really does change your life and how you think about things. And it's called Think and Grow Rich. And the reason why I'm reading this book is because I have a goal in my life to be a multi-billionaire, and I believe it to be true. No matter whoever or whatever believes that I will not be, I will be. That's just something that I wanted to say. But I have been doing some research on what successful people do, what they read, and the routines that they do, and they do a lot of reading. So I'm reading this book. I encourage you to go and pick it up, especially if you're going to keep in contact with my videos, because this is going to be one of the many books that I'm going to actually teach about, because I'm learning too, and I feel that it's important to learn about personal development as well as teach others along your journey. So let's go to one of my favorite quotes in the book, and it's actually in chapter 1, and it says, "Before success comes in any means life, he is sure to meet with much temporary defeat and perhaps some failure. When defeat overtakes a man, the easiest and most logical thing to do is to quit. This is what the majority of men do." So yeah, it speaks for itself. Most of us, once we fail something, once we try something out, we don't do it anymore. We consider ourselves a failure and we move on to the next thing without even trying to figure out, hey, like, what if I do it again? Maybe I'll do it the right way. And we get discouraged, and then it all becomes a hot mess. And You don't want that. So as a successful person, we go by saying practice makes perfect. You're not going to get it the first time around. When I started sewing as a fashion designer, I was a hot mess. I was rushing, trying to find fabrics and learn patterns and make everything within a certain time frame the day of an event, before an event, and it was a disaster, and nobody told me how messy I looked, and I looked a mess. I'm going to say it for myself. And I thought I was just everything, and then I look back at these photos and I'm like, ooh, I did not do well at that at all. So, as I kept reading books, watching YouTube videos, making sure I figure out what other people do, networking with other people who are designers, and really trying to figure out what makes me successful as a designer and what makes them successful, and just trying to figure out all the different tips and make them all in one. That's how I was able to really get better each and every time I sew. And if you saw the way I made my stuff from the beginning to how I do stuff now, I'm not great, I'm not no expert, but I definitely have progressed, and you can see a difference. So whenever you meet defeat, whenever you feel that you're going to fail, don't be scared of it. That's the number one thing, is don't be scared to fail. Don't. Because we all fail, and if we don't, we're never going to get to where we need to go. I can only imagine how many people who are successful billionaires have failed, and the main thing is that they kept going, and they kept trying, and they never stopped, and they never gave up on themselves, and that's what makes them so special, and where they became that one special 1% compared to everybody else. And as entrepreneurs, one of my friends even told me, and it's true, a lot of people don't succeed as an entrepreneur because they quit, they stop, and it's like they don't even know how far they were so close to being to their goal and whatever they wanted to achieve. And I wanted to actually talk about this one story that this book has, and it's crazy to me. It's like, let me see if I can find it. So in the book, there was a man who had, I believe, a company, and he was mining for gold, and pretty much he kept he had a plan, and he had the equipment, and he went into the mine, and he was pretty much going to find the gold. And what ended up happening was, when he went to buy his plan, he didn't find the gold at all. And from what I can remember, I believe, like, he just gave up. He said, nope, not for me, not about to do it. And what ended up happening was, he gave the equipment to someone else, and they kept going. They made a plan, and literally they were just a little bit away from where the guy was. The guy originally who wanted to do it was this close to getting the gold. If he just kept going, just a little bit more time, just a little bit more digging, he would have made it. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. It's crazy. So if you just imagine how far you will get if you don't give up. It's like, it only takes you to give up for you to be so close to your end goal. And then how sucky would it feel after you give up, that literally, if you knew that I only had to do this one thing just a little bit more, I could make it. And last but not least, I also want to give this second quote from the book that I wanted to talk about. And this is what it says. More than 500 of the most successful men in this country has ever known told the author their greatest success came just one step beyond the point at which defeat had overtaken them. Failure is a trickster, with a keen sense of irony and cunning. It takes great delight in tripping one when success is almost within reach. So, once again, that is yet another valuable lesson that the most successful people literally have come one step beyond the point of defeat before it overtook them. Don't let failure keep you from your blessings. Don't let failure keep you away from your goals, and don't let failure, or even a thought and fear of failure, keep you from where you need to be in your life. Because literally, you don't know what God has in store for you. He's not going to give up on us just as much as we should not give up on ourselves. And I know that this video was kind of like all over the place, but I'm trying to get a vibe for it and trying to kind of streamline it, but I also kind of just go with the flow, and I just let the Spirit talk for me and what I feel that the Spirit wants you to know. So I hope that this video was super helpful. I want you to take action, and after each video I want you to go ahead and take action and start. When you think that you're failing, change your language and don't say that, and don't think about it that way. If something don't go right, you didn't fail. It's just an opportunity to get better. It's an opportunity to learn, and an opportunity to not make that mistake so you can get to where you need to get to. So I hope that you were taking your notes, and I hope that you read to get this book. It is Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. I got the complete classic text because I love the gold. It's so nice, and the red interior. But that's the end of my video. I hope that you guys have an amazing night.